Everyone, Dwayne here. Look, I wanted to tell you something. As I was driving down the road, this just hit me. So I pulled over to a gas station, and I'm here to talk to you about it. What is that something? And that something is fear. You know, right now in the news, there's all kinds of stuff going on to absolutely scare you to death. Now, is there anything to it or not? I don't know yet. I think time will tell. But the one thing I will tell you is where you have a lack of knowledge on a particular subject, you're likely to have fear, and I mean crippling fear. If you're a business owner and you don't know enough about your skill, your product or your service, you're going to have fear. You're going to have fear going forward. You're going to have a fear of taking that next step, growing, expanding, and maybe going to the next level with your company. But what if you have a lack of knowledge on how to change your mindset? What if the lack of knowledge that you have on how to change your state of mind, how to get yourself in a higher vibration, in a higher state, in a happier place, to get yourself so your blood is flowing, it's pumping, your brain is working to its potential? What if you don't know how to change those states? You know, the news or people or social media or wherever, you can find stuff that can just get you down and can drag you down. You might already have a negative thought, and now it's been verified by someone else's negative thought that is on the same subject or close to it. Or maybe you're in a great mood and somebody makes you mad, they just start to work on you and it brings you down. It's going to happen. The question is, do you know how to keep yourself from going in that funk? And if you get there, do you know how to get out? Now, some people live in a state of it. The words you use, things you think about, okay? It's unbelievable. If you have, I used to have a whiteboard in my office, and I had some long-term bills that I wanted to pay off. And these were big ones. You know, there was an $18,000, a $40,000, and something. There was a few of them. And I wrote those down. And one day I was in a course that I'd purchased from somebody on basically manifestation. And it said, what you concentrate on, what you say, what you look at is what you get. Guess what I was looking at? I was looking at bills on the board that I wanted to get rid of. I was looking at debt I wanted to go away. I replaced those with numbers I wanted to make in my business. A simple change of what was on the board. And I can tell you it made a night and day difference. Subconsciously, we think in a different level. Like consciously, we think, well, there's a bill and I want to work hard and never forget it and get it out of here. I'm going to pay it off. But subconsciously, we're keeping that in our mind. We're attracting it. It's staying with us. It is the wildest thing in the world, but believe me, you folks, it is real. So I want you to understand how we change our state of mind. How do we go from the funk back to a high vibration, a high, positive state, a can-do attitude? We can conquer the world. We can make whatever we want to have happen. Do you know how to change that state? Do you know how to stay away from the negativity that will put you there? And of course, sometimes that means getting rid of some of the people you hang around with, as far as just not hanging out with them anymore, not associating with them anymore. And quite frankly, sometimes that might be family. You might see them, once in a while, but maybe you're not hanging out with them all the time. And look, I know I'm in a gas station parking lot and the lighting out here is bad, and it's not any better in here. So I know the lighting's bad. I get it. It's the message. We have to understand that how we think and what we think about is what we get in life. And this is powerful. We have to be able to just, in an instant, it's like snapping your fingers. We have to be able to change that state that life can sometimes put you in with circumstances. Now, if your first instinct on something that's negative is to get mad, you're going to stay in that state of funk. If your first instinct is to say, okay, take a breath, take a couple minutes, deep, controlled breathing, and then ask yourself, what does this mean? What do I have to do? What is this telling me? Answer those questions and your life will improve because you're going to stay away from the victim mentality. You're going to stay away from the negativity, to being someone that reacts to chaos or negativity or aggravation or just bad news in general. And you're going to be someone that's proactive. That question, what does this mean? Second question, what do I do? When you ask yourself like that, it is absolutely amazing of the outcome. I'm telling you, I've been living with this for years. Why do I get more of what I don't want and less of what I do want? And it's because consciously I said I wanted one thing, but subconsciously I'm telling myself, thinking and watching and having around in my space, around where I can see it or hear it every day, exactly what I didn't want. And when I go back now and look, it's amazing. All the stuff that I didn't want was the stuff that was around me, and the stuff that I wanted was in the wrong place in my brain. It was in my conscious mind, which is good for the moment to be there, but the subconscious mind is where autopilot is, and that's what, when you're not thinking, that what keeps you on your path or takes you further down your path toward your goal. I'm out. I just want to come to you tonight and tell you this. Look, I want you guys to follow me. Whether you see this on Instagram or you see it on Facebook, whether you see it on Twitter, follow me. This stuff is getting ready to get real with us. I am pushing out a lot of content. I'm bringing out the stuff that I've learned, stuff that I've been through. How did I go from absolutely broke to building a 7-figure company and doing it a few different times? And then after that success, how did I go back in the funk again? I mean, hey, once you learn this, shouldn't you stay there? That's what we're going to talk about in further videos. So it's self-improvement is never ending. There's never an expiration date on it. You don't get there and stay there. You have to get there, and you have to keep yourself there. It's a constant. Remember, every single day you have people trying to bring you into their world with their desires and problems and their state of mind. If you're going to hang around people like that, you want it to be people that have positive thoughts and processes and live in a positive state of mind. So I will see you guys later.